Today we will study definition and examples of cyclic group. Let A be any element of a group. Then we denote the set A raised to power n such that n belonging to Z by writing A inside a round bracket. And we observe that the exponents of A include all the negative integers as well as 0 and the positive integer, because n is nothing but the element of set of integer. Also, A raised to power 0, which is nothing but 1, is defined to be the identity element. And we will show that this set, which we have defined by A raised to power n such that n belongs to Z and denoted by writing A inside a round bracket, is a subgroup. So let G be a group and let A be any element of G. Then A is a subgroup of G. Since A belongs to this set A, therefore this set is non-empty. Here this is nothing but this set A raised to power n such that n belongs to Z. Let A raised to power n and A raised to power m belongs to this set. Therefore A raised to power n into A raised to power m inverse is equal to A raised to power n minus m. Because n is an integer and m is an integer, therefore n minus m is also an integer. It means A raised to power n minus m belongs to this set A. It means A is a subgroup of G, because we have proved in earlier lectures that if H is any non-empty subset of a group G, if AB inverse is in H, whenever A and B are in H, then H is a subgroup of G. And here we have shown that this set A is non-empty and A raised to power n and A raised to power m inverse belongs to this set for whenever an and am belongs to this set. It means A is a subgroup of G. The subgroup A is called the cyclic subgroup of G generated by A. In the case that G belongs to A, we say that G is cyclic and A is generator of G. We indicate that G is a cyclic group generated by A by writing G equal to this A. I have written A inside a round bracket. Now we give the formal definition of a cyclic group. A group G is said to be cyclic if there is an element A in G such that G is equal to A raised to power n such that n belongs to Z. If the operation is that of multiplication, then we write G equal to Ng such that n belongs to Z. Here G is nothing but the element of G. Such an element is called the generator of G. Here A is the generator of G, here G is the generator of G. Here also we can write A, it hardly makes any difference. A cyclic group may have many generators. Notice that although the list minus A raised to power minus 2, A raised to power minus 1, A raised to power 0, A raised to power 1, A raised to power 2, and this list is extending on both sides, has infinitely many entries, but the set A raised to power n such that n belongs to Z might have only finitely many elements. There may be infinitely many elements, but the cyclic group may have only finite element, because there may be some repetition of elements. Also we notice that A raised to power I, A raised to power j is equal to A raised to power I plus j. And I and j are integers, therefore commutative property holds for the elements of Z. Therefore I plus j is equal to j plus I. And this can be written as A raised to power j, A raised to power I. So we have shown that elements of cyclic group are also commutative, because A raised to power I, A raised to power j is equal to A raised to power j and A raised to power I. It means every cyclic group is abelian. Now we will discuss some examples. First of all, U10. U10 is nothing but the set of all positive integers less than 10 which are relatively prime to 10. And these are nothing but 1, 3, 7 and 9. We know that two integers are said to be relatively prime if there is no integer greater than 1 that divides them both. It means their greatest common divisor is 1. So here, that's why I have written here u10 equal to 1, 3, 7 and 9 because these are the numbers which are less than 10 and relatively prime to 10. Now we will show that 3 is the generator of this set because we can write it as 3 raised to power 0, 3 raised to power 1, 3 raised to power 3 and 3 square. Let's see, 3 raised to power 0 is nothing but 1. Here the operation is that of multiplication modulo 10 because in U10 we define the operation to be multiplication modulo 10. It means if we multiply any two numbers and then we divide the resulting number by 10, we write the remainders on the right hand side. Recall that AB mod n is the unique integer r with the property that AB equal to nq plus r, where r lies between 0 and 1. Here a dot b is the ordinary multiplication. So to write 3 raised to power 1, we write 3. If we divide it by 10, the remainder is 3 here. For 3 square means 3 into 3, 9. If we divide 9 by 10, the remainder is 9. 3 cube means 27. If we divide 27 by 10, the remainder is 7. So I have written 7 here. 3 raised to power 4. 3 raised to power 4 is nothing but 81. 81 divided by 10. The remainder is 1. 1 is also the identity element of this group. So I have written remainders on the right hand side, which we get on dividing by 10. And in this side, we calculate or multiply the elements in the usual way. Now 3 raised to power 5. Instead of multiplying 5 times, 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, I have written 3 raised to power 4 into 3 to make the calculation simple. Because we know that 3 raised to power 4 is nothing but 1. So 3 raised to power 4 is 1 into 3. This is 1 into 3 equal to 3. And if we divide it by 10, the remainder is again 3. Now 3 raised to power 6 can be written as 3 raised to power 4 into 3 raised to power 2. 3 raised to power 4 is 1 and 3 raised to power 2 is 9. So 1 into 9 is 9. If we divide it by 10, the remainder is 10. Similarly, we can calculate 3 raised to power 7, 3 raised to power 8, 3 raised to power 9. So observe one thing, that on multiplication or calculating 3 raised to power 1, 3 raised to power 2 and so on, we are getting the elements 1, 3, 7 and 9. There is no other element other than these elements. So these can be written as 3 raised to power 0, 3 raised to power 1, 3 raised to power 7 is 3 raised to power 3, 9 is 3 raised to power 2 and so on. Again we start getting the same elements, like here 3 raised to power 4 is also 1, 3 raised to power 5 is 3, 3 raised to power 6 is 9. So we will start getting the same elements. Now I want to show how to calculate 3 raised to power for negative integers. So 3 raised to power minus 1, we know that 3 into 7 is 21. And if we divide 21 by 10, the remainder is 1. So I have written 1 here, because the operation is multiplication modulo 10. So it means if we shift 3 to the side, 3 inverse is equal to 7. So I have written 3 inverse equal to 7. Always take care of operation under consideration when we are discussing any group. 3 raised to power minus 2 is 3 raised to power minus 1 into 3 raised to power minus 1. 3 raised to power minus 1 is 7. 3 raised to power minus 1 is also 7. This we have calculated. So 7 into 7, 49. 49 divided by 10. The remainder is 9. So I have written only 9. 3 raised to power minus 3. 3 raised to power minus 3 means 3 raised to power minus 2 into 3 raised to power minus 1. 3 raised to power minus 2 we have calculated 9. 3 raised to power minus 1 we have calculated 7. So 9 sevens are 63. 63 divided by 10. The remainder is 3. 3 raised to power minus 4. 3 raised to power minus 2 into 3 raised to power minus 2. It is 81. 81 divided by 10. The remainder is 1. 3 raised to power minus 5. 3 raised to power minus 4. 3 raised to power minus 1. 3 raised to power minus 4 is nothing but 1. 3 raised to power minus 1 is nothing but 7. 1 into 7 is 7. Divided by 10. The remainder is 7. Now 3 raised to power minus 6. It is 3 raised to power minus 4 into 3 raised to power minus 2. So 1 into 9. This is 9. So again we are getting same elements. So I have shown you how to calculate 3 raised to power minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5 and minus 6 also. Because you should know how to apply multiplication modulo 10 for any set of any elements. Now I will show that 7 is also generator of this group U10, because U10 is nothing but 1, 3, 7 and 9, and we can write it as 1 to be 7 raised to power 0, 7 raised to power 3, 7 raised to power 1, 7 raised to power 2. So it means it is a cyclic group. U10 is a cyclic group generated by 7. You can check 7 raised to power 0 is 1, 7 raised to power 1 is 7. If we divide 7 by 10, the remainder is 7. 7 square is 49. 49 divided by 10, the remainder is 9. 7 cube is 343. 343 divided by 10, the remainder is 3. So U10 is generated by 7. So both 3 and 7 are generators of U10, which is nothing but set of positive integers less than 10 and relatively prime to 10 under multiplication modulo 10. Now we will discuss Z10. Z10 is nothing but it is a set of integers less than 10 and the operation is that of additional modulo 10. So remember that when the operation is additional modulo or addition, then we write a raised to power n means na when the operation is addition. So 2 raised to power 1 is nothing but 2 is nothing but 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. If we divide 4 by 10, the remainder is 4. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. If we divide it by 10, the remainder is 6. If we add 2 4 times, we will get 8. If we divide it by 10, the remainder is 8. Now 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. This is 2 5 times means 10. If we divide it by 10, the remainder is 0. And 0 is the identity element for this group Z10. Now if we add 2 6 times, we will get 12. If we divide it by 10, the remainder is 2. If we add 2 7 times, we will get 14. If we divide it by 10, the remainder is 4. If we add 2 8 times, we will get 16. If we divide it by 10, we will get 6. So the remainder is 6 and so on. This way we can continue. So observe that first we obtain 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, then again 0, then 2, then 4 and 6. It means Z10 is generated by 2 and this is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8 and 0. Again remember one thing, because a raised to power n in case of addition means na, so we can write it as 1 into 2, 2 into 2, 3 into 2, 4 into 2, 5 into 2, 6 into 2, 7 into 2, 8 into 2 and so on. But sometimes for the sake of simplicity we also write it as 2, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 raised to power 4, 2 raised to power 5, 2 raised to power 6, 2 raised to power 7, 2 raised to power 8. It also means although we are writing in powers, but the operation, because it is additional modulo 10, then in that case also we will add the numbers and divide it by 10 and then we will write the resulting number, because it means we are adding it and then dividing it by 10 and writing the resulting number on the right hand side. Now the set of integers z under ordinary addition is infinite cyclic group because every element is a multiple of 1 or minus 1. It means 1 and minus 1 both are generator of z, which is set of integers. So we can write cyclic group minus 1 is equal to z and cyclic group 1 is equal to cyclic group generated by 1 is also z. In cyclic group generated by minus 1 is equal to z, we observe that each entry in the list minus 2 into minus 1, minus 1 into minus 1, 0 into minus 1, 1 into minus 1, 2 into minus 1 represent the distinct element of the set of integers, because it is nothing but 2, it is 1, it is 0, it is minus 1, it is minus 2. So these and so on. It is extending on both sides. So it is nothing but the set of integers. So we can write the cyclic group generated by minus 1 is z, or z is generated by both 1 and minus 1. Also remember that when the operation is addition, 1 raised to 9n means 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to n terms when n is positive, and minus 1 plus minus 1 plus minus 1 up to mod n terms when n is negative. So always remember these notations and take care of operations under consideration when we are discussing any group. Now the set Zn. Zn is nothing but the group of integer modulo 10 under addition, integer modulo n under addition. Here the operation is addition modulo n, and the set is the those elements which are less than n. So this set is generated by 1, minus 1 and n minus 1. We know that n minus 1 is equal to minus 1 mod n. This set may have other generators also, but it depends on the value of n. So unlike z, which has only two generators, which we have shown that 1 and minus 1 are the generator of z, Zn may have many generators, but it depends on the value of n, which is given to us. Now in case of Z8, Z8 is generated by 1, 3, 5 and 7. And now I think you understand how to calculate these generators. I have shown in previous slide, we have considered the group Z10, and I have shown if 2 is a cyclic group, then how to calculate these values. So Z8 is generated by 1, 3, 5 and 7. So I am showing here for the case of 3, because I have written Z8 is generated by 3. So it means 3 is equal to 3, 3 plus 3, 3 plus 3 plus 3, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 4 times, then 5 times, then 6 times, then 7 times and so on. So 3 means 3. 3 plus 3 means 6. 6 divided by 8. Because here it is 8, the operation is additional modulo 8. So 6 divided by 8. The remainder is 6. Now 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9. 9 divided by 8, the remainder is 1. Now next is 4 times 3. 4 times 3, 12. 12 divided by 8. The remainder is 7. Now next we will have 5 times 3. 5 times 3 means 15. 15 divided by 8, the remainder is 7. 6 times 3, the remainder 18. 18 divided by 8. The remainder is 2. Next is 7 3s are 21. 21 divided by 8. The remainder is 5. Next is 8 3s are 24. 24 divided by 8, the remainder is 0. So if we keep adding 3 twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 8 times, and if we divide by 8, we will write the elements which we obtain on dividing by 8. So these are the elements which we get on dividing by 8. So 3 is a generator of 8. On the other hand, notice that 2 is not generator of this group, because if we write the generators of 2, elements of generators of 2, this will be 0, 2, 4 and 2, 4 and 6, because 2 is 2, then 2 plus 2, 4, 4 divided by 8. The remainder is 4, then 3 times divided by 2. 3 times 2 is 6, divided by 8 is 6, then 4 times divided by 4 times 2 is 8, 8 divided by 8 is 0, then 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10, divided by 8 is again 2, 6 times 2, 12 divided by 8 is, so we will start getting the same elements. So if we calculate the element generated of the set generated by 2, these are 0, 2, 4 and 6. Now you understand how to calculate this set, but this set is not equal to Z8. However, generator of 3 is nothing but 3, 6, 1, 4, 7, 2, 5 and 0, which is equal to Z8. It is not equal to Z8. So this is not a cyclic group. However, this is a cyclic group. So we can say 3 is a generator of 8, but 2 is not. Now Z7. In Z7 is nothing but the set of integers less than 7 under additional modulo 7. So it means 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 means 2. If we divide by 7, the remainder is 2. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. If we divide by 7, the remainder is 3. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 4. Divide by 7, remainder is 4. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 5 times 5, remainder is 5 if we divide by 7. 6 times it is 6, remainder is 6 if we divide by 7. Now 7 times 1, it is 7. If we divide by 7, the remainder is 0. So, in other words, if you add 1 to itself repeatedly, you eventually cycle back to 0. See, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. And if you again keep calculating like this, you will start getting the same elements. Also notice that 3 also generates Z7, because 3 plus 3 is 6, divided by 7, the remainder is 6. 3 times, 3 3s are 9, divided by 2. The remainder is 3 3s are 9, divided by 7, the remainder is 2. 3 4s are 12, divided by 7, remainder is 5. 3 5s are 15, divided by 7, remainder is 1. 3 6 are 18, 18 divided by 7, the remainder is 4. And this is 7 3s are 21, 21 divided by 7, the remainder is 0. So you may observe that 6, 2, 5, 1, 4. So we are getting same elements, which are elements of Z7. Again, if you continue like this, you will get the repetition of these numbers. So this same group can be rewritten as 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, because this is 1 into 1, then 2 into 1, 3 into 1, 4 into 1, 5 into 1, 6 into 1, 7 into 1. So 3 into 1, 3 into 2, 3 into 3, 3 into 4, 3 into 5, 3 into 6, 3 into 7 and so on. So we can write it like this. However, sometimes we also write it as 1A, A square, A cube, A raised to power 4, A raised to power 5, A raised to power 6, but take care of operation and the set. because it is Z7, so the operation is additional modulo 7. So in this form, A is the generator of 7. So it turns out that in Z7, every non-zero element generates the group. We have shown that 1 is a generator, 2 is a generator, you can see 2 is a generator, 3 is also a generator, and each and every element of this set is a generator of the group. But in Z6, there are only 2 generators, which are 1 and 5. These are easy to check. So quite often in mathematics, a non-example is as helpful in understanding a concept as an example. For this, we study the group U8. U8 is nothing but the set of all the positive integers less than 8 and which are relatively prime to 8. So relatively prime to 8 means these are 1, 3, 5 and 7. Here the operation is multiplication modulo 8. So if we consider cyclic group generated by 1, this consists of only the set 1, because we will get only one element if we apply this multiplication modulo 8 for 1. Now for 3 raised to power 0 is 1, 3 raised to power 1 is 3, 3 raised to power 2 is 9, 9 divided by 8, which is also 1. 3 raised to power 3 is 27, divided by 8 is 3. So for the group generated by 3, we get only 3 and 1. Only how many times we apply this operation, we will get the same element 1 and 3. 3 raised to power 3 raised to power 0, 3 raised to power 1, 3 raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 3, 3 raised to power 4, 3 raised to power 5, 3 raised to power 6 and so on. Now for 5. 5 raised to power 0 is 1, 5 raised to power 1 is 5, 5 raised to power 2 is 25, 25 divided by 8 is 1. 5 cube is 125, 125 divided by 8 is 5. So for 5 we get only 5 and 1. Similarly for 7 we get only 7 and 1. And observe that this is not equal to U8 and this is also not equal to U8. This is also not equal to U8 and this is also not equal to U8, because elements of U8 are 1, 3, 5 and 7. So U8 is not equal to the group generated by A for any A in U8. So it means this U8 is not a cyclic group. So we have shown that this group is not a cyclic group because it has no generator. 1 is not its generator, 3 is not its generator, 5 is not its generator and 7 is also not its generator. So with these examples, we are now ready to tackle the cyclic groups in an abstract way and state the key properties in the next lecture. Thank you.